Okay, today I just wanted to go real quick over the marks that these pens can make so that you can see some of the different widths. And then I'm going to do a quick video actually using the markers so that you can see them on top of different surfaces. But I did want to show you the different size marks that they can make. So we'll go ahead and we'll just look at those real quick and then I'll post the other video. The first ones I wanted to start with are the Montanas. They have 2 points. One is actually they have more than 2 points, but I only own 2 points. This one is called Fine, but it's a bullet tip. So it can go in those two different widths. That's the Montana. And then this one's the Extra Fine Montana. And it is great for little details. So there's that. I don't think I can get it to... Yeah, I can't get it to make a bigger thing. I know that you can color and like that, but that's about how that one works with, as far as width goes. And then if you color, that one kind of colors in much better, obviously. The next ones are the Liquitex. They have 3 different points, I think, and the one I like, well, I don't really care for chisels, but these are the only ones I could get a hold of. So this is their 8 to 15 millimeter mark, which is great for coloring like a whole page. It would really cover the page quick. And then the smaller chisel, it does, of course, just like all chisels, you get that thick point, and then you can have more of a finer point as well. And then, of course, it covers pretty quick too. So you can see the differences in just the 2 markers as far as their coverage areas go. One of the ones I've had a hard time finding, and I just stumbled across recently, are these Molotow, I think is how you say it. I'm not sure if that's right. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But I wanted to go and show you these tips. This one's another bullet point, but looks pretty thin, even though you'd expect it to be much thicker. And I must have messed that tip up because it does not want to write. So let's try the orange one. Yeah, there we go. There's a bigger tip. And then I guess if you wanted a little bit smaller, you can get a little bit smaller. And they write over, well, that's still each other too. I also have a crank one, which I didn't list in the above descriptions. But what I wanted to tell you about the cranks, the only thing I don't really like is the smell. They just smell awful. And I mean, you couldn't use more than one without it just stinking the whole place up. But as you can see, they definitely will write on top of things. And of course, this one's white, so you can't see the tip on the white paper. But there we go. On the purple, you might be able to see that a little bit. But again, they stink, just like the Sharpie oil markers. They stink really bad. And I use mine in the house around my family, and I would just prefer not to stink the place up if I don't have to. The last one I wanted to show you are the Pushkas, I think is how they pronounce it. And I have 2 of the different tips here. I think there's like 6 or 7 total different size tips. This one I think is the 3 millimeter, and then it goes like that and like that. And then the other one I have is the finer point, so it's that 1 millimeter. It looks almost the same though. There you go. Okay. These are Japan's equivalent to our Sharpie, our Crayola markers, I'm sorry. And this is what they give their children to use in elementary school. By far, out of all the paint markers, this is my favorite. They cover well. They work all the time. They don't stop working the way the Montanas and the Liquitex do over time. If you leave them a week without using them, they tend to stop and you have to reactivate them. But these, they're just always ready to go. They're the best, in my opinion, for multi or mixed medias that you can use. So if you'll stick around, we'll have another video shortly of me actually using them all so you can see how they can be used and what you can do with them and which ones work where. And then leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. This is just my opinion. I've been working with these markers roughly for about 2 years now on a pretty much daily basis. And out of all of them, I would have to say this is my favorite. the drawback with this marker, each marker of course has their own drawbacks, but the drawback is they're limited on their colors. They've got the nice rainbow, but they don't have all the different hues that you can get from the other markers, and that's the reason why you would have more than just the one brand. But they're relatively inexpensive, where Montana's I think run $6 to $10 depending on the size. Same with Liquitex. These run about $11 for a set of 12. So they're very reasonable as well. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. Again, these are my favorite, but all of them are good. These are just my favorite. Yeah, so thanks for stopping by, and be sure to watch the following video.